我2025年3月30日在海拔2200多米墨西哥城的骑车游视频记录。我们2025年3月30日参加了墨西哥城的一次有导游的骑车之旅，从 Coahuilacaya、Orizaba 出发，骑行参观了这座城市的19个必游景点，如墨西哥公园、少年英雄纪念碑、查普尔特佩克公园和城堡、国家人类学博物馆、独立天使纪念碑、美术宫、华雷斯纪念碑、大神庙博物馆、宪法广场以及革命纪念碑。骑了约3个半小时，11英里，也从导游了解了墨西哥文化的简要历史。早晨8点多一点，我们就从酒店乘出租车前往骑车的起点。这时间段，路上人和车都还很少。我们骑车的起点在 Mexico City 的 Roma 区，在当地一个小学的前面。在小学的门口，右边黄车就是我今天的车子。我们今天有2位很好的导游，这位先生和他的老婆。宣布骑车的规则及注意事项。
So today we'll have a bicycle tour around the most emblematic place of the city, where I will give you the essential information of each one so that you can understand more about the history of the city. I will go at the front of the group, Daniela is going to be at the back, and it's going to be a really easy pace. Silly question, everybody know how to ride bikes? Yeah? I know that it's a bike tour, but you're not going to believe it, you know?
I'm sure.
Sometimes we will see people that they're trying to learn during their tour, which is not possible because it's really easy to do it. But it's still a bike tour in the city, you know? So right now we are in Roma neighborhood. I'm going to talk about this neighborhood at the end of the tour. Buenos dias. The first stop is going to be in the Park of Mexico in the Condesa neighborhood. Okay. So we are going to go that way. We are going to stay just in the right side of the road. We can do 2 or 3 lines and we are going to be completely okay.
Okay.
Just left free the left side of the road for the cars.
Yep.
Cool.
¿La azul? ¿Sí?
开始出发，第一站 Mexico Park。
好，开始8点上路了，先到 Mexico Park 那里。
Everybody's okay?
Yeah.
We have to go on bike. One of the most emblematic neighborhoods that is called Hipódromo, which together with another neighborhood called Hipódromo Condesa and another one called Condesa form the famous La Condesa. So you probably already know La Condesa is known for its nightlife, its cultural and gastronomic options, as well as having a hipster vibe, you know, they call it. And one of the most important places in the park is this one, the Lindbergh Forum. And it was named in honor of the pilot Charles Augustus Lindbergh, who made the first solo transatlantic non-stop flight from New York to Paris in 1927.
离开 Mexico Park， 前往下一站 Monument to the Children Heroes 少年英雄纪念碑。
Condesa, and right now we are in Roma Norte. As you can see, the 3 of them are really similar, you know? And now we are gonna go to the Chapultepec forest. It's 8 square kilometers or 1976 acres. It is twice the size of Central Park in New York, and it is divided into 4 sections. This one is the first section. It is the most visited because it contains 7 of the best museums of Mexico, as well as monuments, parks, lakes, artificial lakes, one castle, theaters, and even one musical auditorium. The second and third section also have museums, parks, artificial lakes, and one cemetery. And the fourth section has one national cinema and art workshops. And the structure that you can see behind you guys, these two pillars with a lot of panels, it is a monument that tries to represent the bicentennial of the Mexican independence, which began in the year 1810. But what does it really represent for me and for all Mexicans is the government corruption that occurred in 2012. Why? Because the project was completed 2 years later and cost 3 more times according to the plan. It cost around $80 million. You know, so somebody got a lot of money with that one, you know? Sometimes for the rulers of the time. Over time, it was adapted to different uses. It was a military college, an imperial residence, a presidential residence, and since 1939, the National Museum of History. So in case you guys like museums, that will be my second recommendation. Why? Because it shows the history from the conquest of Tenochtitlan. Tenochtitlan used to be Mexico City 500 years ago.
到了第二站 ，Monument to the Children Heroes 少年英雄纪念碑，纪念美墨战争中抗美少年英雄。
6 young cadets defended the Chapultepec Castle, which at the time served as a military college, where all of them lost their lives. So the ages of these cadets range between 13 and 18. So basically there was a really big war everywhere around this area. The 6 shells were inside the castle defending the castle. The altar to the homeland was founded in 1952. It is made of 6 Italian marble columns that represent the 6 shell heroes. In the center, the homeland is represented by a woman who holds the body of a cadet, while another cadet stands next to her, looking at the horizon. And they are wrapped by the Mexican flag. We really like this one. Italian marble is one of the best because it has more than 70 years and it still looks amazing. Some people say that it's from a place called Carrara.
离开少年英雄纪念碑，前往就在隔壁的下一站 Chapultepec Castle 查普尔特佩克城堡。建在山顶上的 Chapultepec Castle 查普尔特佩克城堡。离开 Chapultepec Castle 城堡，前往下一站 Chapultepec Lake 查普尔特佩克湖。到了下一站 Chapultepec Lake， 停在查普尔特佩克湖边。
You know, let's just wait our turn, and we are ready to go.
Three.
离开查普尔特佩克湖边景点，前往下一站 National Museum of Anthropology 国家人类学博物馆，也还在查普尔特佩克公园里。到了下一站 National Museum of Anthropology 国家人类学博物馆。
You are gonna ride to the best museum of Mexico and one of the best in the world, the National Museum of Anthropology. So this is an unforgettable place to learn about the history of the pre-Hispanic cultures, which were developed from the year 2500 BC to the year 1521 AD. So during this time, there were 3 cultural super areas in North America. I don't know if everybody's able to see it.
Yep.
Yeah? So there was Oasis America in purple and Arido America in orange that were located in the north of Mexico and much of the south of USA. Why? Because the most important cultures were developed here. There were 16 civilizations in Mesoamerica, but the most important were the Olmec, the Mayan, the Teotihuacan, and the Aztec Mexica culture. So I highly recommend you to visit this one because it's the best museum that we have in Mexico. In this tour, I'm going to talk about the Aztec Mexica culture when we arrive at the historic center. And if you are wondering what is this, well, this is the god Tlaloc. It is the god of rain. It is 7 meters in height or 23 feet in height, and it weighs 167 tons. And there is a funny story that when they brought this one 70 years ago, it starts to rain a lot in Mexico City, and everybody was saying that this guy was mad to be here, you know? So my recommendation would be, first come to this one in the morning, spend 1 or 2 hours. I mean, you can be in this place more than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But
离开 National Museum of Anthropology 国家人类学博物馆，前往下一站 The Angles Independence 独立天使纪念碑。
Independence.
Perhaps the most emblematic monument.
离开 The Angles Independence 独立天使纪念碑，前往下一站 Palace of Fine Arts 美术宫。前往 Palace of Fine Arts 美术宫的路上，路两边 Jacaranda 树紫色的花一路盛开。到达了 Palace of Fine Arts 美术宫的前面。离开 Palace of Fine Arts 美术宫，前往下一站 Temple Mare Museum 大神庙博物馆。这就是 Temple Mare Museum 大神庙遗址博物馆在城的中心。
Are you guys okay if I continue with the explanation of why? Order them to found a new city when they find an eagle standing on a cactus eating a snake. So the Aztecs began a peregrination of more than 200 years until in the year 1325 they found that sign of an eagle standing on a cactus just right there, and they founded the city of Tenochtitlan. Later, that mythical image was used on the Mexican flag. So this is the Mexican flag, and this is the mythical image that I was talking about. An eagle is standing on a cactus eating a snake. It's important to mention that at this time, this place was the Great Lake of the Sea.
从 Temple Mare Museum 大神庙遗址博物馆骑车前往只有几步路的 Constitution Square 宪法广场。在 Constitution Square 宪法广场里骑车。离开了 Constitution Square 宪法广场，再次经过美术宫前面的开满了花的路，骑车前往最后一个景点 Monument to the Revolution 革命纪念碑。离开了 Monument to the Revolution 革命纪念碑，骑车回出发的地点，结束这趟骑车游。在 Rio de Janeiro Square 骑车回出发的地点的最后一个 stop， 稍作停留休息，交代事项。
It's a little bit acidic, but we love it that way. I'm gonna write it over there.
离开 Rio de Janeiro Square 骑车回出发的地点的最后冲刺，在海拔2200多米城里骑车，没有感到任何高海拔的不舒服。